if you're a police officer, it is only wise to look more carefully at that 7% of your population who commit 40% of the crimes. Let's look at the statistics. According to the U.S. Census, the white population, the white Caucasians, not Hispanic, is 60% of Americans. Hispanics are 18% of Americans. Wow, that's growing. Black and African Americans are 13%. That's very stagnant. Now let's go over and look at the crime rates per race, ethnicity. In 2018, we had 16,335 murders, homicides, 4,800 of which were done by white offenders, 6,300 were done by the Black or African American community, 1,500 were done by Hispanic, Latino. So that would leave in this category 3,300 in the white, Caucasian, and then the Black and African had 6,300. There's a big group here that, I don't know, maybe we distribute it out evenly. If you think about that, then, so the Black community is only 13% of the population of America. If you see, the great bulk of those are done by males over the age of 18. Say the Black community is female, half male, so that would be 7%, 6% of the population of America, being the male Black African Americans, are committing 40% of the homicides in America. 6% of the people who live here commit 40% of the homicides in America. Now, if you're a police officer and you're trying to find one person in a whole community, and you know who is more likely to have committed that crime, I believe it is wise and judicious to actually use the statistics we have to find the perpetrator instead of going through absolutely everybody in the community to look for the one person who is more likely to have done it. Let's look at the table that shows both the victim and the offender. So 900 victims were Latino or Hispanic. 800 of the offenders were Latino or Hispanic. Now we know that this is about, if we're going to take 900 away, so that's about 2,200 were white victims, and we know that 1,800 white offenders. Pretty darn close. Let's look at the Black community. So 2,900 Black or African Americans were murdered. 2,600 offenders were Black or African American. It really seems to me that we prefer to kill our own race. It's Black on Black crime. It's white on white crime. It's Latino on Latino crime, most of which are males. So it doesn't really appear to me that there's a racial murder problem. There's one more thing I want to show you. The Washington Post has this article up where they track police shootings and they have ways to search it. So we're going to go unarmed. It tells us that in 2018, 47 people were unarmed, were shot. Then we break it up and we see that 23 were white, 17 were Black, and 7 were Hispanic. If we look at the statistics of police encounters, it says, nationwide there were 10 million arrests in 2018. And if you figure that's actual arrests, so they probably maybe interact with the public 2 or 3 times before they arrest someone. So that's like 20 to 30 million interactions with people. And if there's only 47 unarmed shootings out of 10 million arrests, the percentages of officers who are shooting unarmed people are minuscule. We're talking like 0.005. If you go by race, it's like 0.0017. This is not the police out to kill Black people. And you'll see that they've actually shot more white people than Black people, even though we've just looked and seen that Black men commit more homicides and crime than white men do. There actually seems to me they're less likely to shoot a Black man than a white man. I'm going to walk you through how to find the crime statistics in the United States through the FBI website, because it is not easy to find. First, go to FBI.gov, then click on Services. I'm going to come down here to Uniform Crime Reporting, UCR. Then you got to scroll down. None of that's actually what you want. You want to get down to the publications. There we go. Crime in the United States right here. And you can pick it by year. As of June 2020, the most recent year they have complete data for is 2018. The best way I found to find like homicide, murder rates is to go into this expanded offense data, homicide. The nice thing about going this direction is it tells you what the tables are, so you can kind of look for what you're looking for. Say, okay, I want to see the offender data. So then if I click on, say, 3, table 3 is what that means. It's going to show me murder offenders. It's going to give you their age, their sex, and their race, ethnicity.